Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Deanna and Gianna here to talk to you about X-Men number two. Let's see, what is there to say about X-Men number two? The artwork is not as good as the other books, in my opinion. The storyline, it follows back from, oh my goodness, it follows like the House of X Power of X movement as far as like it advances that story. Although it was a tad bit boring. We do go into like
That was boring.
I thought it was a tad bit boring. Yes, I did. I did. It's basically what happens is like the island of Krakoa senses the its other half that we learned about in the House of X Power of X series,
Yeah.
and makes a beeline for it and wants to go and connect with it. However, this other island is like the quote unquote bad elements of Krakoa. It has like the beasts, the creatures.
It's like the black sheep of the
It's
family.
it's the black sheep Krakoa.
Yeah.
It's dark Krakoa, basically.
Are
So,
bad people like okay, the relatives and stuff that you just kind of tolerate.
but Krakoa is in love with the other part of itself.
It's this other half.
Yeah. So anyway, the island goes to join with that part, which has all the creatures and stuff, and of course, Cyclops and them see that there has a lot of creatures on there, and we better be prepared. So he gets his kids. He gets Cable and Phoenix or Rachel, whatever. He gets his two kids, and they head off and go over there and handle it. It's like I said, it's kind of boring, but that's essentially what the story was about. It's about the two parts of the island rejoining. Now we learned earlier on that Apocalypse led like oh man, how did they explain it? He led like a fight back in the day or whatever
To help push down
the bad elements.
to help push down the other side of the Krakoa Island, Akra. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Krakoa, right?
Huh?
Oh,
The other
they
side.
had, yeah.
When he had that fight, and he helped them because they were destroying the world. They were destroying Krakoa. Remember, Apocalypse helped them fight, the black sheep of the family and drive them back down into the center of the earth or wherever they were supposed to be.
Yeah. So basically, Apocalypse is the one who kind of like helped get that bad part away from Krakoa back in the days or whatever, but it came back and merged back with it and stuff.
Yeah. So Krakoa, for some reason, was able to, I guess, sense this other half and started moving towards the other island, which I thought was kind of weird. I was like, how does this island just get up and decide it's going to just move across the ocean to connect with the other island? Like, it doesn't have feet. It doesn't have, I was just wondering how I did it. That's just me.
Well, Krakoa like grows. Maybe it grew like some paddles.
Yeah, so I'm like, did it just swim over there? Did the island just grow until it connected with the other island? Like, how do they do that? But that's just me, I guess that's not really important.
Krakoa is a living thing, and all living things shoot gas. So maybe it just shot gas and shot itself across the ocean.
Anything else?
It was cool seeing Cyclops and his kids or whatever, because he was like,
to hang out.
yeah, they got to hang out and stuff. It was cool, and then like,
mission.
yeah, and then they all like attack together. He's like, let's go attack, and then
Yeah.
and then you can see like in some panels you can actually see like Cyclops smiling, like he was actually like, yeah, we're on a mission and we gotta do this stuff, but this is cool. I get to kick it with my kids, and we're all mutants and we're all powerful and stuff.
You get to go, kick butt together as a family.
Yeah, nothing brings a family together more than kicking butt.
Yeah. What exactly is her power? Are her powers like Jean?
Rachel?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Rachel is like she's like a baby Jean. Yeah, she got like telekinesis and all that stuff. She is Jean's daughter from an alternate reality. She got the Phoenix power and stuff back in the day, whatever. I don't think she still has it, but yeah, she's like Jean.
So while they were trying to figure out what was going on, why was Krakoa moving to this other island, and they finally made it there, and of course they saw all these creatures that they don't see on Krakoa, all these creatures that are hunters. It will eat you. It doesn't.
Predators.
They don't care. Yeah, predators. It will eat you. And they ran into War's child, I guess.
Yeah, it was this person, a summoner. We learned more about summoners in there, and
So they
Yeah.
couldn't understand it because there was a language barrier, and then Cable
And then,
decided.
hold on though. But Rachel then downloaded the language of Krakoa into her mind so that they could talk. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, but she didn't do that until after he
Yeah.
gave him until after what's his name, Cable gave him the
Cable's dumb.
he gave him a grenade, right?
A thermal grenade as a gift.
as a gift
Yeah.
or whatever.
There was
And
a
then-
language barrier, so he tried
Yeah.
to give a peace offering.
Yeah, which was a grenade, which I thought was kind of stupid. Why would you give
Stupid.
somebody a grenade?
Cable's
you don't
dumb.
know.
This
they don't,
Cable
they
is
don't,
stupid.
They don't speak your language, and so then of course you give it to the summoner, and the summoner takes it and he like turns it on or whatever, which Cable didn't think that he would do. But like, dude, you guys can't even communicate with each other. Why would you give him a grenade? So he's like looking at it and touched it or whatever, and then the thing blew up or whatever it did, and now he's thinking, oh, you guys are trying to attack me, so now we're about to fight.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they have this big unnecessary fight.
Yes.
That doesn't end until Cyclops comes up with the bright idea to have Rachel download the Krakoan language into the summoner's mind, like she did for everybody on Krakoa. And
Which they should have
finally,
did when they first realized that the
and-
dude
and-
can't speak their language or
yeah,
whatever.
so finally they were able to communicate. That's one thing I just don't like about comics in general. When they have the big dumb fights that make no sense, it's like why? It was dumb.
Okay, so they have this fight, and then they finally, she downloads the language, and then they have a discussion. What did they talk about? You remember?
Nah, because it was a boring conversation. I think they talked about like the islands and stuff.
He kind of explained what happened, like why Krakoa and the other island connected or whatever. Yeah.
And then the two
Oh
parts
yeah,
of the
you can
islands
see the vines
merged.
Yeah.
And they had
And then-
island sex, and then they had like the little
Yeah, so
flowers.
when they merged, then it started to the flowers started to bloom and all.
it was beautiful session.
You silly. And what's up with the volcano? But anyway.
Yeah, they implied something
Yeah,
bad supposed to be in a volcano
now
or
the two are
something.
one. They became one.
Yeah,
And then Apocalypse stepped out of the shadows
yeah.
and talked to the descendant of War, and he asked him, which one of my children are you from, basically? And he
Yeah.
said, from War. And it gave him a hug.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Good to see you again. What's weird to me is how Apocalypse is always in the shadows and he's so big. It's like, dude, for a dude this big, he hides in shadows a lot. It's like, how can he slink around in shadows as huge as this guy is?
I know. And then, you know what? It didn't tell you what the person's name is, right? Or did it?
It just says it's a summoner.
It just said that, he's a summoner and he's a descendant of War. And then he asked Apocalypse if you're going to save us. And he was like, yes, I'm going to save you. I'm going to save all of my children. So, so Apocalypse has, 4 henchmen, right?
Horsemen, yeah.
Horsemen,
4 horsemen of
henchmen.
Apocalypse.
So
Yeah.
he has 4 horsemen. And this is the first time I think they've mentioned it in this series, right? The
Yeah,
book,
yeah,
Krakoa,
yeah.
I
We have
mean,
it. Yeah.
X-Men or
Well,
whatever.
Well, Apocalypse is famous for taking mutants and changing them to become his horsemen.
I'm just
So-
wondering why this is the first time we've seen it, since he's always traveling. He usually has 4,
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, what happened to him?
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
wondering, like, what
'Cause
happened to him?
Well,
Or were they all pushed down into the center of the earth or whatever? Because, this is a descendant of War, and he was on the bad island, so maybe the other 3 are there. I don't know.
Well-
I was just wondering. I was like, oh,
well-
yeah, I forgot he has the 4 people, and where are they?
yeah, well, what Apocalypse generally does is he takes mutants that already have powers and he bolsters those powers and then makes them one of his horsemen. So what could quite possibly be the case, I mean, we haven't confirmed or denied it with the series, what could possibly be the case is that they're just like they were before he, with all the resetting and all that stuff, with them bringing people back to life and them starting all over and all that good stuff, they might just be who they were before they became like his horsemen. That's just a theory. I think that they're probably just roaming around the island, like, because
What, the bad island?
no, the regular
Krakoa?
Krakoa, yeah, because Krakoa has all the mutants there. Well, the majority of the mutants there and stuff. So I mean, like one of his horsemen was like one of the Morlocks that were like disfigured mutants that lived underground. We've seen a couple of the Morlocks on the island or whatever. So I figured like
So
they're
you
probably
think they're
just
on an island and they're just...
and just their regular guys. I mean,
their
think
regular state before he turned them into his
of,
horsemen.
yeah, that's what I think. Because he augmented them. Like he even took
But then
Wh-
how would this be a descendant of War?
Well,
if that's the case.
that's a mystery that we're gonna find out, I guess, as the series goes.
And do
on.
you think that he plans on trying to take over Krakoa? Apocalypse? They
Quite
keep
possibly.
showing him in the shadows and stuff.
Yeah,
I
like
think that
he's
there's
kinda up to
something up.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like he's up to something.
Well, he's always had this thing of survival of the fittest and all that stuff, and he feels like he's the most fit, so he should rule.
Yeah.
But the thing that I find weird though about all this is that there's been no attempt to like resurrect Xavier. They're just like, oh, he's dead. You know, and Magneto is sitting up on the throne, chilling and kicking it like he's just the man now, and Apocalypse is running around doing his only thing, and nobody's like, you know, hey, let's bring back Xavier.
These to be the books that come after, you know, Professor X was killed, they seem kind of calm, like,
nonchalant about it.
Yeah, like you don't really hear them talking about it. They stepping past and like, oh, okay, Professor X was killed, so now the island is on lockdown.
Yeah,
and that's it. You know, they don't really talk about it. So maybe they're gonna talk about it in the book where he was killed.
X-Force, yeah.
X-Force. Yeah, maybe they'll talk about it in the next X-Force. Because I'm like, dude, your basically your president was murdered, and everybody just
like, okay, well,
all right, whatever,
this is the way it goes.
All right, so you know,
by the enemy.
Yeah, business as usual. You know what I'm saying?
It's almost like they're like, yeah, he got smoked. Here, smoke this. Let me. You know, like whatever, man. They ain't even tripping.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, okay, I understand you guys can bring them back, but I would think they would have a little bit more emotion.
Somebody would be worked up about it.
Yeah, exactly. So, like I said, maybe we'll be in the next X-Force book or something.
I mean, Magneto just sitting back on the throne. You would think Magneto would be lighting somebody up. Be like, y'all think y'all finna come to our island? The way Magneto is, as arrogant as Magneto is, Magneto would be like, no, we finna light up everybody.
Yeah, so I'm tripping off of the calmness of.
Yeah, I mean, I understand they don't know who ordered the assault or whatever, because even in the X-Force book, they were told, Beast was telling Wolverine, hey, don't kill everybody because we got to question somebody. Yeah. So I get that maybe they don't know where it came from, but I would think that a whole bunch of their focus and a whole bunch of their effort would be on trying to find out who it was, so that they could go and light them up. So. Anyway, we going all off into other books, but it's all like one big story. So I guess it kind of makes sense that we're going off and talking about all this other stuff. What I am curious is about the X-Men book. I like to see where it goes. To me, it's one of the weaker books of the bunch. I'm sorry, but it really is. But I want to see like if it's always just going to be about Cyclops and his people, or because I mean, really, he has the whole of Krakoa to choose from. You know, so it would be cool to see like kind of like a revolving cast or something. I mean, I don't want to just see. I mean, it's fine if Cyclops is one of the central characters, but I like to see like more people, like kind of in there, not just members of his family. That'd be kind of cool just to do something.
I mean,
like
it is the X-Men book.
Right. The main X-Men book. Yeah. And we got a whole bunch of X-Men on the island, so hey, I mean, shoot, we can just roll some dice and see who's going on the next mission.
I wonder if they're gonna give Storm a bigger role than what she has right now.
Storm is a member of the Marauders.
Oh yeah, I forgot she did leave and go with them. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, so she's gonna be on the boat.
She's not gonna be really.
She's making the boat go.
Yeah.
So, and we got Wolverine in the X-Men, but he's also in X-Force, so he gonna be trying to go put in some work somewhere. Yeah. I really got high hopes for Excalibur. I'm hoping Excalibur gets a little bit better. I mean, because the art is just beautiful. It's just I think that this is like a weak story right now with the whole magic and Morgan Le Fay, who to me is just boring as all hell. And the magic and Camelot.
Well, I like Fallen Angels, so.
Yeah, Fallen Angels is cool.
And X-Force.
And I like X-Force too.
So my two favorite right now are X-Force and Fallen Angels.
And I really like Marauders, so I would add Marauders to that list. But okay. It's cool. All right, so ratings.
7.
7?
Yeah.
Yeah, I concur. I concur. I would say about a 7.
Yeah.
I would like to see better art, and I would like to see a bigger cast, and more exciting story. So, other than that, though,
I like the story. It's just about Krakoa and me, hooking up with his other half. So
I want to see violence. Violence.
Nah, not for real. We want to see more action, but I understand. They're telling the story.
Building up.
So I get that.
Building up to tear it down. Let's tear it down, Hickman. All right, we're done.
All right, see you guys later.
Yeah. Have a marvelous day. Marvelous week. Until next time.